guys, we are going to start our next project today, and we're going to learn a little bit about the artist Andy Warhol. So we have a slideshow. Let's see. All right, Andy Warhol was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1928, and he died in 1987. Here's some pictures of him, and here's the city that he grew up in. He is famous for his Campbell's soup cans. You may have seen there's a lot of paintings he does of this. And there's a lot of the soup cans. He started using repetition in his art. Repetition is when something happens over and over and over. It's like a pattern. You repeat things. So he repeated these cans, all these cans. Here's another one, lots of repetition. He also used common and kind of famous things from the time. So Mickey Mouse, and he did it 4 times. He repeated it. And that's something that is still common and popular today. And then this is a picture, or 9 pictures of Marilyn Monroe. She was a famous actress when he was around. And you can see he used kind of funny colors to do it, made it a little more interesting. And it's the same picture of her, but they're all colored in different. Andy Warhol named his studio, like the area that he worked, he named it the Factory. You can see this is him working in it. He covered everything in like tinfoil. He was kind of a weirdo. And the Andy Warhol Museum is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You can see that's a picture of it. I have never been there, but I would like to go. And there is a repetition picture of him. This is a silly photograph, and he would wear like a crazy white wig just to kind of be different. So we're going to do a drawing inspired by him and his work. And he did things that were popular in his time. We are going to do things, we're going to draw things that are popular in our time and like really popular the last few weeks. So we are going to divide our paper into 4 sections. And we're not going to do the same thing like he did 4 times, but we are going to kind of keep the same style. So I'm wondering if you guys can guess what kind of popular things we might have been using recently. All of us, or pretty much all the people in the world right now, are using a lot of 4 different things. Can anybody guess? We're going to do toilet paper, hand sanitizer, a face mask, and Lysol spray. Okay, and this is a really interesting time, guys. When Andy Warhol was around, he did famous things like the actress, he drew her, and it was kind of like a memory. He saved a picture of her, this artwork of her, and now when we look at it, we remember that was when Marilyn Monroe was around, when she was an actress and famous. She was a celebrity. So us drawing these 4 items is going to be kind of like a memory, okay? It's part of history. We're living in history right now. When you have grandkids and you're an old lady or an old man, you can tell them how you were around during this quarantine, this pandemic, and we had to stay inside, we had to do school inside. It's a very interesting time. We haven't ever had to do this before. And this is going to be in the history books. So this picture that we make can help you remember this time and help you share about what your experience was like. So we're going to get started. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start with the toilet paper tube, or toilet paper roll. So we're going to do, I divided my paper into 4, and then we're going to do a skinny oval, and then 2 straight lines coming down, And then another little oval inside, right? Try to make it right in the center for the toilet paper tube. And then I'm going to do some curved lines over here and over here. Okay, and then I'm going to come up to the top of the roll and I'm going to make an S line. Okay, we're going to have a piece of the toilet paper coming off. And then I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. And then I'm going to connect those two with a straight line. And then I'm going to bring this over and stop there. We can imagine that it would go back here. And then I'm going to put a little dashed line to show where the toilet paper tears. And then I'm going to do another one right here. And I'm going to do this one kind of diagonal because the toilet paper is kind of like flopping over. And I'm going to do another one here. All right, and remember, you guys can pause this if you need me to slow down. Okay, so there's our toilet paper. Now we're going to do a bottle of hand sanitizer. So we're going to start with 2 short lines. This is going to be the lid of the sanitizer, and then a smiley face line to connect it. And then another smiley face line for the top. And then we're going to add some straight lines in there. A lot of times they have little ridges. Okay, then I'm going to do 2 skinny straight lines. This is going to be for the pump where you would press it. And then I'm going to do a little smiley face line to connect those. And then I want this to look like the lid, so I'm going to go up. I'm going to stop here, pick up my marker, and then go over there. All right, then I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do a long, skinny, sideways U shape. And then I'm going to make this one a little longer. And then I'm going to do like half of a square. Okay. Then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to make the bottom of the hand sanitizer. I'm going to do a little bit of a smiley face line, just a little smile. And then I'm going to come up here and make it connect here. And then I'm going to do a smiley face line right here. I'm not going to have it go to the edge, just a little curve right here so that we can see that the bottle is rounded, it's curved. All right, now I'm going to, put the mask right here. So actually let's start with the hand sanitizer. The Lysol spray. So we're going to make a long line there and a line that starts at the same spot on the bottom. I'm going to put a dot there, but I'm not going to make it quite as tall. And then I'm going to do a smiley face line to connect these. And then I'm going to come up here and do another smiley face line to show where the top is. And then another one right here. So 3 smiley face lines. 1, 2, 3. And then here I'm going to make this kind of curve back. So this is kind of like a skinny C. And you can see I stopped a little bit more than halfway. And then I'm going to do another C. I'm going to go from here to here. Okay. And then I'm going to draw a straight line here, straight down. So that would be in there, would be where you would press the little button to make it spray. And then I'm going to do a half circle, or like a letter D. And then a little oval or a circle in there. That would be where the spray would come out. All right. So now I'm going to move on to the mask, the face mask. So I'm going to start with 2 straight lines. And not straight across, but not really a smiley face, just a little, maybe like a Mona Lisa smile, just a little bit of a smile. And then I'm going to come up here and do a rainbow line to connect it. Okay. Now I'm going to do another rainbow line on top. Another Mona Lisa smile line right there. And then I'm going to do, let's go ahead, let's bring this out a little bit more and connect this. So like that's the part that would go over your face, and then we'll make the little ear loops. We'll just do, you could do like a D shape, or I'm going to do almost like a candy cane. And then one over here. And then I'm going to do it again inside so it looks a little thicker. And then I'm going to put 3 lines, straight lines, right in the middle, because some of the masks have folds in them. Make like a filter. Okay, so there's my drawing. It's very simple, and you can tell what they are. And what I want you to do now is, if you did this in pencil, if you could outline it. I used a Sharpie, but if you can't have it, or can't use a Sharpie or don't have one, you can use a black crayon. You know, that's what I like doing in class, or a black colored pencil. This makes it look more bold, and it'll help the viewer, the person who's looking at the art, be able to see it nice and clear. And then I want you to use silly colors to color it in. Okay, I don't really want this, it doesn't have to be realistic. Remember, Andy Warhol's art had a lot of silly colors, and it was all very different, so we want to do something like that. So I have my one that I did before this, and you can see I did bright, almost neon colors in the background. I did end up coloring these like kind of normal, but you don't have to. And I went ahead and wrote the date on the bottom of mine so that I would always remember what this is about. That in April of 2020, this was when we were in a pandemic and we were quarantined. So this will be like a little piece of history. All right, guys, so I'm excited to see your work, and let me know if you have any questions. See ya!